The story you are about to see is based on a world facing extinction at the hands of the undead. It is a world where only the dead survive with ease. It can be dark, brutal, and harrowing at times. Join us as we fight to survive against a never-resting, never-stopping, never-ending enemy.
Alright, welcome back everybody to Zland, Las Vegas. In our last episode, our group went on a quick loot run. They then inspected the neighbor's house, and they found that it had been looted, but more likely by the neighbors when they left. They know it's safe. They have sort of checked the area around. They've seen an infected, and they met another survivor who they have dubbed Survivor Tom. They've been in text communication back and forth, and they've already plotted to loot him should he die. Our players are morally bankrupt, and that's okay. That's what it takes to survive.
What is it? Oh, is it Batman? Or there's some show or movie where it's like have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
Oh, that's General Max, Mad Dog Max. He's like, greet everybody with a smile, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet. Great guy. He was our Secretary of Defense for a while.
Also, the first time I heard that was the Meet the Sniper for TF2.
Yeah.
That's where I heard it.
There you go.
He probably got it from General Max.
Yeah.
Alright, so our players are all gathered back in. Some of them have armed up with things from the area.
I got a
Some of them have improved. She now has her tire plus 2. And they made an improvised slingshot to use with the... Matt is using his dice off the balcony since there's limited amounts of leads. So they've gathered back in. They've successfully done a little bit of looting. And it's now about 10:30 in the morning on the 15th of June.
We went back a month.
Yay! The timeline is correct.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, next door is clear. We know downstairs might still have some bad times. We don't know about diagonal neighbors. So I'd say they're next. Or, smarter thing might just be to clear out downstairs. Just so we know for sure.
Upstairs on the window?
Yeah. You said the window was broken?
It's in the sliding glass door.
Yeah, so they could be gone. But there still could be more there.
So it was broken in or out?
In.
Something came
So
in.
she saw, and you all heard.
But we heard something come in and then things go out.
Okay.
So you heard the thumping, boom, boom, like a louder, like a softer thud. And you heard one of the screamers leap at and smash in the door. You heard it ping pong around the house. You heard the two kind of shuffling noises, and then the running noise thereafter.
Okay. This would be a divert.
So,
But if she's willing to sacrifice part of her couch, we can board up the window downstairs. We end up clearing out this entire building and no one else is here. We just make ports to each section and don't have to leave the building, but can view all sides.
Yeah.
Not that I don't mind that, but I mean, how much would this contribute to a large sliding glass door?
Well, if it's just the one door that's broken, depending on how part of it, how close most of it.
We also have the options of the mattresses downstairs. That'll be a little bit tougher to tear into and it'll suppress noise.
Doodle, you would have seen that it was just a single pane had been smashed in. Basically, like sliding glass doors can come off their tracks,
Yeah.
and you see that it is smashed in and had fallen in. But you saw blood on it from either coming in or going in.
I like the idea. I just feel that's an idea for later.
We also just got punch tools, so we can take our doors up hinges.
Exactly.
So it's still. We also get long piercing weapons. We can go to the dog park, get into the cage, who are what running zombies are around. Hopefully they'll climb over.
No, but it's good. I like
Get
that.
over the ones that are here.
I like that idea too. I like that a lot.
We got anything that makes a lot of noise that we could just like station in there?
that we just put in there.
Yeah, that we can just like keep in there to like constantly.
Nothing.
Especially for my stereo. That's
Nothing right now.
You have several cats.
We're not considering them.
The cats don't
I'm
exist
kidding.
in this
the
universe.
Pets don't exist. Their pets don't exist.
We have Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that, but those have a very small range.
I was gonna say with the twine that you talked about earlier, your bell.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh yeah, so whenever like a door opens.
Bell's not big.
No, but like put it hanging over the door, open the door, it's gonna ring.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that bridge soon. Right now, I want to clear these 4. Personally, I don't know. You guys, any other ideas?
No, I want to clear 4.
Because then we know what's around us immediately.
I
Yeah,
think
and then
that's
possibly
probably
build a barricade once we clear it out.
I think that's probably the best course of action, because if we can clear out these 4 and make sure that they're cleared out, eventually we can get to the sides that are behind us.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But,
Like
yeah.
building ports through the walls or such.
But also,
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if we're downstairs doing shit and we need to hurry up, we don't have to run up the stairs if we know the downstairs is clear.
Yeah,
we just make
go
ladders.
run downstairs and wait till everything's
We
done.
don't even need to make ladders as long as we've got the downstairs with floors around the Now with how the patios are, we don't even have to worry about reinforcing the doors as long as we reinforce the
This
balconies.
is clear. We can make some noise over there. Just downstairs.
Well, that's
Okay. Sounds good. So,
we can split. I hate saying this, but we can split up and do a couple in one, a couple in the other.
Yeah.
since Jesse and I have already checked out downstairs, do you want to go back down with me? And then,
Feel a little bit safer now. Right.
right.
You guys want to keep a phone on?
Yeah.
Phone on buzz. I'll take watch outside. Text if anything's coming.
I was going to say conference call.
That's fine.
You know.
Yeah, if we all call each other and just keep us on a conference call, you can talk to us quietly, and I mean, I can put a phone right here, stick it up, and I can hear you.
We're all strapped.
And
Well-
we have headphones.
Yeah.
You put headphones in, boom.
Yeah, but headphones in is less hearing.
From around you.
Right.
Well, if you just like put one in.
It's still muffled, but anyway,
Yeah.
the point is we can still keep in contact with each other.
Well, if those 2 are going to check out that one, anybody want to come with me to check out the other?
Yeah. Whoever's
Alright,
up here
you wanna
can
come
keep a
too?
headphone in.
Yeah.
All right. So the 3 of us will take the other one.
All right, Gabe. You're
So-
on. You and Matt are.
So Matt and Rosie will stay here with Gabe.
Okay.
Rosie
Beautiful.
takes up a position by the open door beside. Matt, are you going to be out of building? So Matt and
Also,
Gabe.
pull those curtains fully so it's fully closed, but you can still see through
Yep.
it.
So they're on lookout out there. Gabe will be you'll be the central hub for the conference call.
Yep.
So Rosie calls, so she didn't say anything to him. Is you all start calling in. One designated person per group is going to have a phone call, open link.
You want to be
with
our
Gabe.
designated person? Yeah. Okay.
So, yep, you and I will call Gabe, and then first sign of trouble, don't push anything.
If you guys want to leave while we check the door before we enter.
We'll go all down together and then check the doors at the same
So
time.
you're clearing the downstairs.
Diagonal.
The one, yeah, that.
And
You're
we're-
clearing
Not the one.
original.
Yes.
Not the broken in one.
Okay.
I'll trade an orc. Like, with the lightsaber ready. You guys make fun of me for it, but, it's something.
No, she hit me in the arm with it. It actually hurts. It's basically a solid aircraft aluminum.
Yeah, it's aircraft grade aluminum and plastic.
Replica lightsaber. She whacked me in the arm with this.
And I would, for Ian's sake, have my leather armor
Okay, so you take the time to put your leather armor
Yeah.
on.
You tie her into her leather bodice.
You guys
on.
help.
It's tiny.
So that is going to consider it as a soft armor. So you'll take a negative 15 to damage against your torso. So basically, if something rolls damage against you, and it hits you in the torso, whatever damage it does is reduced by 15.
So do I just write that torso armor negative 15?
Exactly. And you could like write down what you're wearing just for flavor's sake, like leather armor. We've actually managed to turn a non-D&D game into a game. Is it studded?
No,
It can be.
it can
Can
I
be.
have lots of studs.
There you go. There's 3 here right now. 4 if you count me.
I was going to say 4 if you count Kate.
I was trying to
You were
use
counting me?
No.
this what's on the inside of the cards.
You're right.
Is
you're
it
right.
though?
It's 5 if we count Kate. Because we got
Easily count either way.
Because his personality fucking sucks. No,
So-
I'm
So
kidding.
Matt and Gabe make their way onto the balcony. Gabe, if you want to go ahead and give me a perception roll, plus 20.
You got a nice perception too.
Microphone.
If we up your shoot skill, we're making you a sniper.
Runner 2-7.
Burning a sigil.
It
Would you like to roll in my box?
rolls good.
Fill my box.
That's a lot better. That is a 44. I would have passed by 1 without the plus 20.
So you go out, you and Matt, and kind of like earlier, you hear less gunfire as the day goes on. Still there. The police siren stopped. That's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure. And you hear some screaming, but it's in the distance. It's back to what the new peaceful is, if you can consider this peaceful. So, you're open comms with each gathering party. So you can basically, so for the purpose of this, if you're going to speak into your cell phone, like mimic that you're speaking into it, so we know what's in game and what's kind of like you just talking or making it. Like if you want something considered to be group chat, like talk into your phone. If you're just talking to your scouting group, just carry on the conversation.
So stuff off the
So
distance.
remember that, Chloe,
nearby.
since you're our designated phone person on Mars.
I'm sure they saw that incident out there, but
Well, you would have done this before they left. That's what I'm saying. They would probably have you, hey, make sure there's not a horde of zombies outside before we go up.
Yeah.
Not to put actions in here.
Okay, so who's on? Who's going first?
Or you could rock, paper, scissors for survival.
Like which door? Like which scene we play out first? Kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But go ahead and let the girls. Let the girls take it.
I thought you gave your like, shit, we're going first.
That's what.
Yeah.
I thought you meant who's going first into this door.
Okay. So,
Well, because obviously we're not going to do it at the same time. It's easier to just
right.
do.
So
Yeah,
for
no,
the sake of narrative, basically one group goes and then we reverse time, the other group goes. Things still happen at the same time across multiple different scenes. You just, I'm not possessed, so I only have one voice at a time.
Right.
So
Let the girls go.
the femme fatales,
Ladies first.
ladies first,
Boys been talking too much.
you make your way downstairs and you find this door is locked. You have tools.
Well, that was quick.
Well,
Our turn.
you have tools, and it is not impossible to pick a lock. You just have to roll the burglary skill. Has anyone in here ever actually like picked a lock?
But you're not here.
Other than me. In real life, have you ever picked a lock?
Okay.
You have? All right, you get plus 20.
I just remembered I switched
I
my
was like,
burglary skill.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's also
necessarily
a robbery.
proud of it, but
I have 2 lock picks on my feet.
True, but that's the less stealthy approach.
It's a
so
less stealthy approach than you have to get it right next
because
to
I'm
the
assuming
doorknob.
you guys don't have bobby pins or anything.
Yeah, we got 40 bobby pins in this house.
Okay,
Mitch has beautiful hair.
You're implying I do things with my hair.
That's what I said. Mitch has beautiful hair. That's why he
You're
has bobby
implying he does things with his hair.
You
I
see
put a
those
pack of
golden
bobby
locks?
pins in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Mostly-
horror.
It's mainly red.
Any horror.
And you've played Fallout. So you always have the idea that you can use a bobby pin and a screwdriver to open a lock.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
test
what I
this
was
one
going
day.
for. That's what I was going for.
It's not
So
It's not. But one day we're going to grab a screwdriver and a bobby pin and an old door that like no one's using. And we're going to try this. It's not going
Alright.
to work.
It's honestly not impossible. Like, it's surprisingly easy to
You
pick
said
locks
plus
in
20?
real life. Burglary plus 20.
Also, the bobby pins and
barely failed. Screw it, I'm going to burn this.
so bobby pins and
So remember-
are apparently made of glass.
Yeah, no, that was a waste of a sigil burn. I did not pass.
So just remember, you can also use sigils to raise your score by 25 if you declared it prior to roll. So you, because it's all three of you are going, right?
Yeah.
So
And we're
basically-
down there with them, so it's like
Yeah,
5 of us right
Yeah.
there.
So you're always kind of gathered up, and Brittany's like, "You got this," and you hear like click, 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 click. She's down there for a little while.
She just look back.
So it does not work.
You
I
and I
just kind of
should try.
sheepishly, like, make a face.
Just about.
That's
Why? It's a sliding door.
slamming doors.
It's also the walk through the rocks. No, you don't. There's that dirt patch of that shitty flower patch that they.
Oh yeah, we can totally just trample the flowers.
They're already trampled.
Trample
But-
the trampled flowers.
But if this doesn't pan out, then there's that to try.
Yeah.
If that's locked, then it's all locked, and we can forget it.
We'll keep it in mind.
So
No, nicely.
you can, like I said, you
I
can
was
use a
just
sigil
about to
to
say-
pad your score by 25 prior to roll.
I was just about to say,
If
do
you want.
we just want to...
So plus 25 to your roll. So whatever your burglary is, plus 25 is your new threshold.
Yes, Chloe?
Sorry.
Just want to try knocking softly. What these people need.
I will kind of walk around to this sliding glass door and look there.
So they have the blinds. You try the door.
Yes.
Here's one. So burglary plus 25.
Nice. Got it.
So you walk around the corner, and you come back to see Doodle kind of doing the same thing you were, and
But better.
slightly better.
My
Okay.
dad was in and out of jail a lot.
There you go. Family skills, runs the blood, and like she's kind of like feeling it out. She makes one last little press up with the bobby pin, and she kind of looks surprised. She's like, "Oh, it worked." And she hands you back the bobby pin and the screwdriver for your toolkit. And the door is unlocked.
I didn't think that it would actually work.
It is unlocked. You're closest to the door, Doodle, so go ahead and give me perception plus 20.
Ooh, nope. I don't perceive anything.
So you don't hear anything from inside the door in response to the noise made from unlocking the door.
Okay, well, I can't hear anything, but my ears are crap anyways, so I'm good with just clearing the room.
I would be interested in that first just because at least keeping my chest first.
Your chest in
Just
first.
your chest.
Just your tits.
Only the chest.
You got tits in.
Go tit for
It
tat
is
on
the
the
armored
zombies.
piece, though. So in real life, describe to me like the makeup of your downstairs patty corner neighbors. What does it comprise of?
Okay.
Do you know? I know the downstairs
to not-
ones had 2 kids.
To not be.
I mean, like, how many are there? Kids.
They have
adults?
2 kids.
Yeah.
Two kids.
And I think 3 adults. Or is it
And they
2
have a
adults?
dog.
And they have a tiny dog. Well, not tiny, but
It's a
It's
tiny.
not-
It's a tiny dog.
So,
Okay.
Isn't that the...
three adults, 2
2
kids,
and a
dog.
tiny dog.
Bigger than Chihuahua, smaller than.
they're African American if it helps. One's
It doesn't.
bright
That,
orange hair.
that doesn't need to be
Well,
specified.
we need to see
Well-
the bright orange hair.
Well, I
She
mean,
does have bright orange hair.
she's not wrong. So, in case I want to throw your downstairs neighbors at you with zombies, now I know what to sort of describe them.
At least one. Bright orange hair.
You get attacked by a bright orange-haired zombie. Ah! Plus 20 perception.
The dog is like Shih Tzu size.
So, you know that, or her, she doesn't hear you.
Are you gonna peek in?
Is that okay, everyone?
It's your call.
Talk to them. They're your scavenging team. We're at this point in
Go
time.
for
We're
it.
already inside.
Okay.
Do it.
walking out already.
Okay. I did not think that was the plan. I thought you guys were going to wait until we opened the door.
In game sense, like we are waiting to do our scene. In actual game time, we are doing it at the same time.
Okay, I thought I had asked you guys to stay there.
No.
If you did, we didn't hear
Well,
you, and we
said,
were gone
you,
anyway.
said, you said to stay until you got the door open. That's why they were all
Yeah.
kind of gathered around while you opened it. But as soon as it was like click,
We
they
probably
started.
would have.
Before you go in there, listen real careful. I know you got good ears. You can hear everything that goes on those stairs, but I need you to listen before we open that door.
Press against the door. Well, not like.
Oh my god.
You put your ear to the door to listen.
Yeah.
Give me a perception listen. Dog.
Stealth first. Use headlight. Very thick.
And pass.
What was your score?
19.
Okay. So you hear something. Like it's not very loud. Like you have the normal kind of hum of the building, air conditioning, but you hear movement of some sort.
And before you guys open the door and one of you gets shot because they're hiding out.
Quietly, I say, there's.
Okay, well, I'm going to lightly rap on the door with my knuckle.
And then I'm gonna look at you like, let them know you got the phone. Talk
Just
to your
hold
tip.
the phone like this.
Well, it would be in my tip. So.
Do you not have the ability to pick it up? Is it like permanently?
Okay,
glued?
listen. This is really tight
You can
leather
hear all
armor.
of this.
I'm like,
You just hear, moo, it's in my
This is how you die.
tip.
well, it's also not half as loud because
I'm
you
like,
can't be quiet.
We're in the other house and
recording.
like my fingers over the speaker. To
You
not-
turn-
yeah, my fingers over the speaker just in
Turn off the
case.
speaker.
We're
Yeah.
whispering this, but for
I
the
know.
sake of the
Yeah.
microphone,
I know.
like,
So,
okay.
Until we can all get individual microphones where we can whisper into it, this is what we have to deal with.
So you relay the information to the party that there is
Yes.
movement inside the apartment you're looking.
yes.
What do you do? Any response?
Be careful.
Not yet.
I'm
For
gonna
the microphone?
look at you two and hold up a finger.
We're already inside.
No, I'm gonna
These two.
those
Oh,
two.
okay.
Yeah,
Your
no, you guys are out of the equation. And I go back to, and I get one of the bajillion rocks in the rock field that's right outside. And I have you guys move out of the way, and I just kind of chuck the rock in. Like, to see if there's any sound for it to react to. Like, I'm not trying to hit anything in general,
Are
I'm
you
just like,
opening the door? We have not opened
Yeah.
the door.
oh,
Still close.
No,
shit.
what I
Yeah.
said was that I rap on it with my knuckles to
So-
see if I can
so,
hear
okay.
any.
So, so prior to you rapping on it, they radioed in. When the door's still closed, so when you rap on it, you hear like a doom against the door, and
nope.
not a big, just like scratch, 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 scratch,
Oh.
scratch, and not like a wham, like it hit the door, like something hitting the door, and scratch, 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 scratch.
That's probably
Slide.
to be careful. This dog doesn't shut. This dog keeps this dog's a very loud bird. We need to be careful. But it is friendly. It's very
Gotcha. Well,
we need to possibly. I would say let's just open the door and let the dog run around. Be ready to let ourselves this consequence. And
The stairs start here. The door is
which one of us is the fastest?
What skill would that be?
athletics.
Would it be?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm definitely got the lowest athletics. I got 30.
I have 34.
I have a 37.
So
How am I faster than you two?
In case that doesn't get picked up on mic with all the whispering,
Yeah.
it's in case of dog, run.
Run. Yeah.
In
Who's the
case of dog
fastest? And Lexi has the highest athletic score, so she would be in game the fastest.
So I'm gonna take the phone from you. Do you guys have the BB gun ready? If so, be ready to shoot out one of the windows as a distraction. We're gonna let this dog out.
So Matt hears this, and looks at Gabe, and he pulls out like one of his D20s and loads it into the porch ballista. The dice sling.
All right. So I'm gonna.
He pulls it back, but not like all the way. He just.
Are you good with this? This is our best bet. We're just gonna let the dog run. We're not gonna do anything with it. If it's a zombie dog, we'll just punt it. It's a small dog. We can do it.
It's a small dog. Just snap.
So which one of you is going to be the Baja man?
Well,
What's a Baja
I-
man? I don't
who
understand.
let the
Who let the
dogs
dogs out?
out?
She
Got it.
lets the dog out.
You are the fastest of us. So hold on just a second. So we're gonna go to the. We're not gonna go all the way upstairs, but I'm at least gonna go just to the end of the stairs.
Okay.
Same with you.
I'll be not at the end, but like right here. You know what I mean? It's basically at the end, but not at the end.
Sure. Okay.
Simultaneously existing in 2 points.
And I
It's
hand the
two
phone back
people on
to
the same
you.
side.
Give a countdown so they know to be ready.
Are you going to open the door?
When I'm gonna listen for.
And I'm whispering
No,
this into the
looking at
phone,
you.
but I
The
won't
other
whisper in
ear
real
button.
life.
So
As you reach for the door, we go to Mitch and Jesse.
Sounds good.
So as soon as their door is unlocked, I look at you, nod, open the door slowly, myself. Yeah, training sword. And this time I will open a little wide and just kind of like peek in.
So you were here
Earlier.
previous night, pretty much. And you saw the destruction, partially caused by the little boy, partially from whatever else is here. But now you see extra things knocked over,
Right.
and you remember hearing like crash, 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 crash,
Right.
crash of the screamer running through the house. So things are knocked over, there's more blood kind of smeared across the wall, and you see the kitchen is now empty of bodies. There's a lot of blood.
That's what I was worried about.
Lots of blood, and you see almost a drag trail. Like you literally see like a drag trail of blood heading towards the broken patio, which is now laying in the living room. And you see what she saw earlier, the trail of blood going over the stone wall.
Yeah. So open the door, let us both in.
Yes.
And I'm actually going to be, in case anything we do makes noise for them and fucks up what they're doing, I'm closing the door behind us.
So the door's not closed behind you.
Yes. Not locked or anything, just closed.
Definitely. Alright, so just to make sure y'all are declaring, like, we're just walking, or we're trying to walk stealth. I'm not,
Yeah.
like,
Stealth. Yeah.
okay, so say without stealth, like you can just
Also
walk normally. Stealthy is like I'm being very
Yeah. I
slow,
want to
very
be very
steady.
careful.
Okay, so go ahead.
Which are that base on the couch?
You take the vase and you get rid of it. So you've been here before. Give me a stealth plus
Because this is important, I'm burning a sigil to boost it.
Well,
It's
so you're using a sigil. Burning
Yeah.
the sigil is if you're trying to fight an infection
Okay.
and you actually permanently burn.
is it up 20 or up 25?
25. So
Okay.
you're using a sigil.
So
Using a sigil also.
So it's your
we're
stealth
both up
plus
45. We're both
Oh.
up 45 altogether. Because it's plus 20 because we know it. Plus 25 for the
Yes.
sigil boost. So plus 45 to whatever our stealth is, which I believe you and I both leveled up. So right now,
76.
76 is going to be a level
Does it
up.
fall out? I'm not going to jinx it.
I'm rolling good. 16.
Alright, so
There was no need for the sigil.
Right, better safe than sorry.
space. It's like when I try to do jump checks in D&D, like, you never know what's going to happen.
Like, this
Oh
would
my Lord.
this would be it. Like,
Well, I know what happens. I'm going to roll a 1 and eat it in front of the big bad. So,
okay. So
So
we
you-
sneak in.
I stealthily make it
would
in.
definitely want to, with him, I know he's going to be able to also check all the rooms first before.
Right.
Okay.
First thing, peek in that kitchen.
Yes, so you see that the kitchen is now gone. I think you were the one that got the clearer
It's
view.
gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like,
Yeah, and you remember, like, it was just a day ago, like, her throat was gone. There were chunks of her chest gone. This person should not be able to get up and walk around. I mean, obviously, given everything else that's happening, not even the weirdest thing you've seen in the last 24 hours. But you see the same drag trails there, the same dragging something bloody that way. And that's weird. Okay. So you cleared the kitchen. There's nothing
Right.
there. And again, for the sake of convenience, we will imagine that there is a direct reflection of what yours is.
Yeah.
So living room, you see same thing he saw peeking in. A lot of things being knocked over, blood smears on the walls.
Is the team still on? The equipment and everything?
It's not on.
Okay, I just want to disconnect it because I didn't know. So to take that team just angled and
Okay. So with how the doors in this place are set up, we'll search left, right, master. This is bathroom, the 2 bedrooms, and the master. So first is the left-hand door, which is the bathroom.
So it's open.
you can do the same stuff that we did with reference a while ago.
Can I listen?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception plus 1.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Plus 20?
No.
40. Pass.
So it was
Perception plus 1.
That's the closest I've come to rolling my actual thing.
So you both are listening, and aside from the outside noises are more muffled because you're indoors.
Right.
And there's a single point of entry,
Right.
so you hear the occasional like pow.
Right.
You don't hear anything from the sides.
That doesn't mean anything. It just
just
means we haven't
us.
So-
bugged anything yet.
To rewind a little bit, the little boy zombie is still there,
Yeah.
like still
Okay. I had figured,
still
so it's
there.
good to double check.
I'm just gonna keep reminding you that you murdered a child, like,
Right.
as often as I possibly.
Right.
As you can tell, he's very phased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Re-murdered.
remurder. Sorry.
Re-murdered.
Remurder.
I'm racked with guilt.
Really?
Okay, so bathroom's clear.
I think there's clear.
Okay. First bedroom.
Door on the right would be like, up here.
What game
Bedroom
room
up
is
here.
it?
Okay. So the door is open.
Ajar.
Door is ajar. Yes. Mason jar. Are you the first one to the door?
Doors can't be yours.
Me first one, you second one. Because there's not enough room for us both to.
So you find the other child. No need. You find what's left of the child.
The other side.
You remember hearing the screamer ping-ponging around and then being silent before. What's left of the child is barely recognizable. You see bits of torn pajamas. You see exposed ribs. There's not enough left for this child to react. Basically, the things in this apartment, 8 will take. With the room, I mean, it's a horror scene in here. There's blood splattered everywhere. There's bits, and it's carnage.
Mentally, this tells me nothing different. It tells me that this child could have been turned already, and that they would cannibalize each other if necessary. But if there's nothing else in the room, I'll just
Well, unless you're going to do a full investigation.
Not yet.
So you see what you see.
Right. And I will slowly close the door, and turn the knob all the way, and then pull the door shut, and then let the knob so no clicks. For this, I'll go up to the master bedroom and hold the handle.
Okay.
And not intense the muscles to hold the door closed if need be.
Okay.
If the door is closed, are both the other doors
Yes.
closed? Yes. Okay. I'll go to the master, hold that handle just in case, and look at you, and then knock the door.
So I know that other room
It should open
goes in.
this way.
Yeah, it opens in, but the room is on the left side.
Okay.
So that being said, I can have this hand quietly or as hard as possible to show.
So based on your previous steps roll, like throughout this, you are unless
Right.
I tell you to roll another steps roll, like it just kind of carries on.
Right.
So you open it up and it's empty bedroom. Not empty. There's
Stuff.
the stuff. But it looks like a normal bedroom. There's nothing.
Look, anything or
So this, you saw the younger kid's bedroom behind him, decorated like the younger kid's bedroom. This is definitely the older kid's bedroom. So you see that the bed sheets are pretty disturbed, like they're tossed around.
But they could just be a kid.
Yeah, pretty much. You can see there. You smell vomit. Like you smell that, like the old vomit smell. You see a waste bin next to the bed, and it has vomit in it.
That's the best.
And you know, because it's been on the news, there's been the flu going around. This
kid
new
throwing up in there probably.
exactly. So you can extrapolate that this kid was sick, and then what happened. Little brother is he uses zombie
kid is
buffet.
now on the window.
Mom's throat torn out. Okay. Extrapolate what you will from that.
Room clear.
That room is clear.
I'm gonna do the same one you did.
So pause the action real quick, just so I can clarify. How many adults were in that downstairs apartment? What was the total name? 2 adults, 2 kids?
There's like 4 or 5 adults now.
There should be. I've seen 3 consistently.
Okay.
I've seen people come in and out, but I've seen 2 kids, 3 adults consistently.
Okay.
The mom, the dad, question mark, and an old man.
Drunk woman.
There's also the other older woman
That's the other
with
one.
the old man.
So 4.
So he comes back out.
Slowly close the door. I want to
You are holding the.
Right, I'm just holding it.
Okay.
I look at him, and I pantomime, turn. I pantomime, turn, and then shoulder to door. And then I do this motion along with me, pointing you too. So I push you.
Before you open that door,
As soon as I.
as soon as it turns, scene transition back to the femme fatales. Unless Gabe, is there anything you want to do?
We're waiting on the dog.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I'm switching back and forth between those two. If there's any point that you would want to do something while other actions are occurring, just keep in mind there's this weird time warp thing. You hear like groundhogs that you keep reliving the same 2 minutes over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm doing
dog,
the
so we're
finger
just watching.
countdown.
Okay.
by the
If
way.
anything comes around the corner.
So same thing, Matt. Basically,
And you're gonna whisper
he's
it along.
kind of picked a window in
So
the
I'm gonna
distance.
go like this.
He's
you're
like
gonna say 3.
kind of test aiming. He's getting ready.
So on.
Rosie is still. She's watching.
She's Blair Witching.
She's just looking out the.
All right.
So back to you 3. You're at the door.
I'm at the door.
You're perched on the stairs in some way, shape, or form. Clutching your cell phone. Roll athletics.
Great.
Plus 20 because you were expecting something.
We killed Lexi.
Ooh, that is.
Burn a sigil. Not burn a sigil. Use a sigil.
So it's up to you. It's always up to you.
That's a 100.
No, that's a 7.
Is it? 70. Okay. I am looking at it the other way.
But still,
What do you got left?
38. I'm in.
Okay, so you pass. So as soon as you open the door, this blur of motion comes charging at you, and you leap out of the way, and this little yappy dog, not yapping, but this little dog goes rushing straight past you and blurs past you onto the stairs and is just gone. Just around the corner, you're just gone.
Microphone all clear.
Just for fun, and he burns it like a one into his neck with a cigarette.
Alright, so
It's always when Matt's not here that his character has developed like
Hey.
psychopathic tendencies.
That's Matt's fault for not being here. I'm just going off
It's
the
like
apex.
Shadowrun, he like fires a shot, he like picks up the bullet case, he's like
Jesus Christ.
got like a little
It's his fault for going on vacation.
He's got a little fire next to him with a blur next to him outside. Like
Anytime. He always has a lighter. In
he's
the
like holding up the gun.
So you two basically, you see this blur of motion come right past her, like not stopping, not attacking, just boom, and you recognize it as your neighbor's dog, and it just blurs past you, no, not making any sound at all.
Which is perhaps the strangest thing about this.
yeah, I was like,
That's
the fact that
zombie.
it ran like that isn't weird to me because that dog does like to run off, but the lack of yapping is kind of unsettling.
That dog did have a limp today. I saw it.
Oh.
Perhaps he
Maybe
was
it's next.
traumatized into
Is it infected?
silence.
First time yeah.
So
Limp.
I looked at Chloe.
Cripples.
I asked her if we're all clear. Use your fucking phone.
Speak up for
Are we all clear? Except it's whispered into
So,
the phone.
You don't have to shout. You can just say.
She whispers into
whisper.
the phone, all clear. Gabe hears this, you hear this. And it is a whisper. All clear.
Tell them we're checking the rooms now.
I whisper, we're checking the rooms now.
So I rejoined Lexi in the doorway.
So you see through the door, and so the blinds are closed, so it's not lit, but the kitchen light is on, and you see just a normal living room. Doesn't seem nothing's out of place. Just looks like a normal family living room, whatever that looks like to those people. It looks like 3 kids, 2 adults, litany of people.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like, that's what it looks like.
Okay. Just to be extra safe, I'm going to take a page out of Mitch's book, and I'm also going to...
Immediately, you hear a wham against the back, down the hallway door.
I say to the phone quietly, we're not good.
And the banging continues. Bam, bam, boom, 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 just a constant. And now you hear screaming. Ah! Boom, 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 boom.
Wait, hold up. These doors open inward. Okay.
They open towards the master bedroom.
Okay.
Right? That's what yours
What
opens
kind of what
into
kind of
that-
furniture is in the living room? I know you said standard living room.
There's a couch.
The
There's
doorknob.
There's an entertainment center, a TV, a recliner. None of it's been disturbed. Like
Sure
you're all
you are,
you're all
too.
by the door now, correct?
I'm in the entryway doorway. Yes.
Yeah,
It just
right,
looks
right here.
normal furniture layout. Like they went to IKEA and was like, "Give me that room."
So with how if it does follow ours, just so everybody knows, where the master bedroom is, next to it there's a closet. With the way that these doors open, if you open the closet door, it actually blocks the master bedroom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take one of the dining room chairs, and I'm going to run to swing open the door and wedge the chair under it.
Give me an
I'm not worried about being stealthy. I already know.
give me a flat athletics check because you're trying to run, scoop up a chair, and wedge under the door.
There was every time.
You've got sigils.
You have sigils. Remember, plus 25 if you use a sigil
How
ahead
many
of
got
time.
left, by the way?
None.
No.
I'm using a sigil.
Okay, so plus 25.
Yeah,
So
I was
your
like,
athletics
because
are-
my athletics is not good.
Okay.
All right, 55 or lower. 55 or lower.
Ouch.
It's like a 56 or
That's a
57.
93.
Ooh.
So if you use a sigil to re-roll, you do not get the original plus 25 bonus.
Fuck it. I'm out of that. Is my
Ooh.
that's my last sigil that I'm using right now.
Yeah. Oh, you're burning 2 right now?
No, this is
You
my
only have
last
2?
one.
What'd you spend one on?
Well, I've spent.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
I know you just spent one. I just don't remember you spending the other one.
That's 70.
No, that's 6.
That's 16. That's 16.
Okay.
I did
That's a
good.
6. Oh, yeah, that's 16.
The double zeros. That's 16. We're good.
All right.
Double zeros is 0.
So
So
basically,
No,
Six.
double zeros is.
No, it's
so
not.
It's 6. I'm good. I'm dumb. I'm not good with percentile dice. I apologize.
okay, group effort. So
I got a 6.
you're crowded around the door. Lexi opens it further. You hear screaming because now there's noise. Boom, 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 the door goes open.
Worth the sigils.
Wham, wham, wham. And the two of you, like, Brittany breaks into a run. She runs by, like, one hand scoops up a dining room chair, other hand throws the closet door against the master bedroom door, wedges the chair underneath it. Then, which intensifies the boom, 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 boom. The door starts just rocking. Boom, boom, boom. But the door is held by the pantry door and the chair.
I'm going to go back to the dining room and grab the dining table. Is it a big table, small table? Probably about medium size if it's a family.
I say for that many people, it's probably about a medium. Like, it would barely fit down the hall.
Remember, there's that L-shaped, there's that
True.
square S turn.
True.
Okay, never
So
mind.
you would not easily be able to wedge it all the way down.
So,
We're not going to the master bedroom.
we're going to need to take care of it.
We're going to wait and have a group effort for it.
This is the group effort.
Or we can wait for an adjust to be done and they can be here with us. 5 against 1 is better than 3 against 1.
But, wow, there's nothing left in there. It's clear.
You know what?
Probably should
Okay,
check the
so
other
soda.
rooms.
Check the other rooms and then I have an idea for this one.
Okay.
So, we're going to, I'm going to test knock. So are all the other doors closed, I'm assuming?
Running down there, yes, you saw the other doors were closed.
You better hope so.
it's,
I would have declared it.
There it is.
I run there with a chair and get smoked from the side by 3 kid zombies.
so with where I'm at,
Rip
You
text.
just close
I'm
the
going to go
door.
ahead in the bedroom.
Right, Tess?
The one of the bedrooms would literally be like right next to me 'cause it's like closet door, bedroom door. I'm going to just very quietly like, I'm going to put my head against it and I'm just going to tap, tap.
Tune in for the apartment tour soon enough because you already know our whole layout.
You don't hear anything. You're knocking on essentially like Gabe's bedroom door, the first
Like,
bedroom door.
Rosie's in.
Okay, so you don't hear anything.
Okay. I'm going to very slowly, I'm going to have, this is so nerdy, but I'm going to have my lightsaber like ready to swing. So I've got it up like
Is
this.
it turned on?
Of course it's turned on.
It better
It's
not
dark,
be. It's
so-
going to make
It's a light
noise.
source.
Yeah, it's dark.
Does it make noise?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
No,
She says, "Rah, thump, thump, thump."
no, it doesn't make noise. I didn't.
Because some of them have, like, the sound
The
effects in them.
motion
No,
sensors.
mine does not.
Okay, good.
And I do the very quiet where I have the knob gripped,
Right.
and I just very slowly, and then I open it. Not all the way, but like enough to where I can like see in there.
I will say that I like the fact that the 2 people that have actually killed zombies are like, sneaky, sneaky, sneak. You 3 are like, kicking doors, fuck you guys, rah!
I did not kick any doors in.
Just saying. Play types. So you open it up very slowly, and you see an undisturbed bed. Lessons.
Okay. I just
Like,
kind of,
bed's made. Everything was
I just kind of look back at them, and I like have an incredulous look.
I would be checking at this moment the other gates.
Okay, so
And I'll check the bathroom.
Kid Gabe's room.
Kid gave root. All right, so
So, same.
Yeah.
You open it up. It's another just empty bedroom.
And the bathroom?
So
Okay.
the only sign of life is coming from that bedroom. That light noise is coming from the master bedroom, which is still. I mean, it has not stopped. Like y'all are opening doors and moving things, and every time someone makes a new noise, like yelling intensifies. You know, and every once in a while you hear a louder, like there's a pause in the noise, and then boom, pause in the noise, and boom, and each time the dining room chair scoots a little bit.
I'm going to make just a quick scan of the bedroom.
Okay, like the bedroom you were looking at.
Yes.
Before you do that, I would be talking at this point. But so I would say it quietly, but I would say, is it possible that they are all held up in that bed?
Probably. I don't want to find out right now. Let's just make a quick scan. We'll run upstairs and make a plan for later. I don't want to. This is not something I want to deal with.
The closet door. That's what they're using to make it.
The door this way into the room. There's some this way into the door.
Yeah, the door. Yeah, the door.
Zombies break through doors all the time.
Yeah, so they would have. Gabe's point is that they have to literally break through the door. They can't bust the door off the hinges and it swings
And
out.
thankfully, they're not smart enough to grab. They're not velociraptors turning handle bombs.
So
They understand, like from what you know, they understand like what an entryway is because they busted through a window, they tried to bust through a door, and then busted through a screen.
Now, if this one can open up, if this one can operate doorknobs, you are effed, my friend.
I know. I'm counting on what
Especially
zombie
if there's
movies I have
women there.
seen and assuming that they can't.
It opens up and you're like,
That's horrifying. Those kids down there, they're like the twin little boys.
Yeah.
They're like 6. They're like that tall.
Daddy, forever.
There's more two
Okay,
tiny
anyways,
monsters.
so I'm making just because I don't want to be in here longer than I do too. I'm just literally taking a quick visual scan of the bedroom for anything that would be useful.
all right, so it's a quick scan. Give me an investigation minus.
No.
So you just like it's a kid's room.
All right, so I'm
Like they're so you said they have a few kids up there, right?
yeah, like
Like there's a bunk bed in there, so
Uh-huh.
presumably probably the twins.
and I see nothing.
Just a quick scan. You're like, yeah, kids room, got it.
Okay.
But again, beds are made.
We
Well, it's clean.
deal with
The room is
the
not.
threat.
Let's leave now. Come back. Come back in 5 minutes. Close the door.
This 5 minutes.
So we will all stop in the hallway. One person can get out.
Back out then. Yes.
So I'm going to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm going to look for any I'm as stupid as it is, I'm going to grab a couple of knives. I'm going to grab a big chef's knife and a fillet knife, like what they use for fish.
Sweet. So are you just like real quick, or are you like trying to like take your time now that you're a little bit further away?
Taking my time.
So give me a flat investigation.
No.
So again, I mean, it's unnerving because there's something screaming and running into the door down the way. So you're just like quick scan. I don't see anything right. Your heart's. I mean, this is the closest you personally come to an infected person so far.
Right. Okay.
By seeing your former neighbor sprawled out with a broken neck at the bottom of the stairs.
Right.
Closest living thing.
You guys turn around to the door and there's like 3 zombies.
Tess, Chloe, if we don't deal with this soon,
I
it's
was
going to
looking-
attract more.
I was looking for something to distance you. I was looking for something to call them. I mean, this is good at bludgeoning, but if
I
I
just
notice
have
anything about how
broken
that
sword
works
in
on
my
the
hand,
doors,
waiting
it needs
like
to
right
happen
there, like
detached from
in the
body.
living room on the side of the
Every zombie
hallway.
movie I've ever
Okay.
watched is zombie.
Well, this isn't a zombie movie. And if we
That's
don't-
all the knowledge I got.
If we don't take care of it now, it's going to attract more of them.
Fucking fine, let's go. So I'm going to go back down to the hallway. Okay.
Got my tire iron.
Are you here for that? Well,
I'm still out.
Yeah, she's at the start of the hallway.
I'm still at the start of the hallway. I told you guys.
I'm going to.
If you times that hop out.
And as soon as I do, I'm going to swing the closet door shut on myself, so I'm going to be in the closet. Yeah.
You okay? You okay, Gabe? You alright, Gabe?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I can get the avatar. Push.
You're knocking me over.
No, I'm sorry. That was not a character.
Okay.
I'm going to slam the door shut on myself, and I'm going to say in the thought.
Dog attack.
I'm going to listen, and if I can figure it, and if it passes me or I can back you up, I will come right back out. This is okay. This is like the best thing I can do.
I'm the one that has to fight it. I'll fight it, but we need it to stop screaming.
That's what you beat it enough, it'll stop screaming.
Chloe, radio in, call for backup.
I'm whispering. Said this before. The zombies are gonna attack.
So,
I'm fucking stressed. You
Kitty
think I'm gonna be
guides.
able to
So-
word it? I
so-
can't word it
Yeah,
enough.
why did we give her?
so she
Why did you volunteer?
so she says this before we get to anybody hearing it. We go back to Mitch and Jesse waiting at the last minute.
Okay. So when we left, they were just opening up the door.
Yes.
So we haven't gotten the call yet.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, you still have like a couple of minutes real time before you start hearing things from next door.
Right. Okay.
Well, not even a couple
This is
minutes.
the best thing.
We'll get to that.
Right.
Is it
So
not
I
already-
had
don't
just
know.
turned the knob,
No, we're not
Yep.
going out.
and I look at him, and I slowly open it, putting my body to the door and as close as I can, so he has room to like peek in and slip in.
So you start to open the door, and it opens about 30 degrees, and it hits something that shuffles back, and it is the old man. Was the old man. So were you trying to open doors slow, or were you like...
Oh yeah, slow.
Okay, so it goes boom against something, and a hand comes around the corner,
Oh, no.
Okay.
and you see blood on the hand, and it grips the edge of the door.
So sorry. First instinct is finish. I'm sorry.
Roll athletics, both. Actually, yeah, athletics.
Flashing me is that you? I am gonna reroll that. I pass.
So for this one, there's no reroll. It's just
I pass.
this is due to determine turn order.
Okay.
What did you roll?
29.
What did you roll?
78. So if it makes a difference, that's 9 away from my roll. From my
So
threshold.
it'll go player character, NPC character, player character. The
Okay.
way turns work in Zland, you choose at the start of each turn who's going where. Like, it doesn't have to be you every time going first.
Right.
But one of you will go first, the zombie will go, then one of you will go. So at this point, its arm has come around the door and gripped the edge of the door.
Okay.
Like, just above where your hand is.
So I did bump him, like he is behind the door.
Yes. You bumped him with the door, and you see if somebody hit me in the chest with the door, and I grab the door.
Okay.
So you see his left
Perfect.
hand come around.
Perfect. I want to go first. Alright. As soon as that hand grabs it, and like we both see, that's when it's the football, like, tackle just charge the door.
So roll might. Plus 20. You're literally just throwing your weight into the door.
Do I get you to roll these?
You use a sigil.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically for essentially initiative, it's just whatever you roll.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. You can use a sigil to bump a player character above an NPC at any point, and it stays that way. Like, let's say the NPC went first, one of you wanted to use a sigil, you would then take a player character slot and put it above the NPC slot for future reference.
That's a success.
Okay. What was your score?
You said it was plus 20
Yes.
to might,
Yes.
so that puts me at 53. I rolled a 14.
Roll 14. It's a mediocre success. But you do put your weight into the door, and if I'm in my mind's eye envisioning the way y'all's bedroom door opens, it opens up to a wall.
Yes.
So
but
you
like,
said-
that's why I asked, like, is he behind the door?
He is. So let me roll.
And if it's hit location, that's...
What's your intent? Are you trying to injure him or trying to pin him?
Honestly, injury, whatever. It was either to pin or to knock him down.
Okay.
Like, because just slamming something with the door suddenly, or just pinning him. If he doesn't fall, then it's just carried to the wall.
So that is what happens. You basically, you see this hand, and I imagine you're like, huh, and you wham, you just football tackle the door, and it was at about 30 degrees, and you feel the resistance of a weight being pushed.
Right.
But you feel it, boom, and the door stops. The hand is still there,
Right.
but you have all your weight against it, and you can feel that it is firmly pinned back to the wall, chest to the door.
Right.
And all your weight is against it. Now,
Okay.
You said this was an old man, right?
Right. He's probably like 65.
Like big guy, small guy.
Medium. He's got a beer belly.
Yeah, he's got a beer gut.
Okay, so granddad body.
He's a
Yeah.
southern.
Okay, so
Well,
not a huge dude though. Like
No.
you probably do you outweigh anything?
I'd say we either weigh the same, or I probably outweigh him a little
Okay,
bit.
and you're like pushing it into it with your shoulder.
Right, and like feet
Pinned
locked,
against the
like.
yeah.
And unfortunately, he doesn't go next to us.
Feet up or lower? Like
It's down right above my hand.
Yeah, he's on the doorknob. It basically, as a reaction, was like, kind of grab the door. So it's chest level for the zombie. The doorknob is probably like belly button level, I think, on your doors.
Yeah, about there.
Okay, so the zombie would have been like standing up.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
yeah. It was. There's been no screaming. Good. So it is the zombie's turn. He's going to roll a might check to try to push the door and move itself. Push away from itself.
Do I contest? Should I roll now, or
No, it's for its turn.
oh, if it succeeds or not?
It's not really attacking you, but it will be an opposing if it succeeds.
Okay.
Basically, you trying to keep it against
Okay.
the door. Might.
Sir old man zombie stats.
It succeeds, so give me an opposing. I'll give you plus 40 superior position because you are braced against it. You're literally just trying to keep it pinned against the wall. So Mike plus 40.
7.
So, in your words, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So your foot ends up slipping in something that is all over the floor near the door. Blood. So you were leaned against it, and your foot kind of slips a little bit, and in that second, it pushes enough to kind of slip its way out. It is now, and then when it slips out, you continue on. You don't fall.
Right.
Like your
But
weight
it's
carries you
slammed.
to the door, and you are face on with this zombie. And you saw the woman in the kitchen, full on, right?
Right.
Just like her, his throat is gone. There is probably why there's no noise coming, but no moans, no nothing. It is not moving quickly. You see that it is kind of slowly, like it's knocked off balance a little bit. The throat's gone. A lot of the around area is gone. You see exposed rib cage. You see a bunch of bite marks on its arm, and it's looking at you with these semi-glazed over eyes. So you see this happening. You're waiting at the door. You see Mitch slammed against the door, but it kind of like almost squirts out the side because Mitch loses his footing and slips in some blood. Hits the wall, and it's now face up with him.
So I'm assuming he's like leaning against the wall. I have a little bit more.
Yeah, you can get by him. Yes.
I had specified too that I was like pressed
Yep.
to the door.
He would specify that he's giving you enough room to get by him.
Now, if I wanted to do a quick scan, would I still be able to do like my other?
You can get one action plus some movement per turn.
Okay.
So, I mean, so are you just looking into the room like generically?
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's nothing else in there but him.
That's all you see is him.
Then if he's moving slow, I want to see if I can just knock him down.
So you were something like Spark, kick him in the chest?
Yeah, so knock him down.
Alright.
Enough time for him to get up. And,
Okay, so he's off balance, so give me might plus 20. It's not necessarily a superior position, but I still want to kind of bridge the difference. You're just trying to kick him in the chest, essentially.
48. Mike was at 51.
Nice. So you, like, seeing Mitch slip a little bit, you were like, oh shit, floor's probably not great.
Yeah.
And you quickly scan, you kind of find like a dry spot. You take one step forward. Are you right-handed or left-handed? So you take a step forward with your left foot, you plant it in a good soft, good clear ground, and you rear back and you just Spartan kick the zombie right in the chest. And he goes kind of cartwheeling back, hits the bed with his back legs. They have not like a super tall bed, but kind of at the thigh, back of the thigh level. Hits the bed and falls backwards on the bed.
It's ready for you, Daddy.
All right, the zombie's ready. Back to Mitch's turn.
What are we gonna do on the bed, Jesse?
And so back to Mitch's turn.
So as soon as he kicks it down onto the bed,
Actually, what did you roll for Mike?
That was 48. And my right was at 51.
so he beat it by 3.
So flip, that's an 84.
Which
I'm just trying to
is
think.
left
for
leg.
damage. Left leg. So yeah, sorry. You would have kicked it high, like right here. It's
Right
like
at the hip.
waist level, hip level.
Oh man, that's gonna break, right?
Right, you did 48 damage, which is look, there's so many charts. Damage. That is a 48. That is a significant wound to the left leg. So for moving attacks, will take a negative 15.
Nice.
Then I will grab. I will grab the sword, run next to the bed, and as soon as I will just hold, because hitting him on the bed's not going to do anything. He's just going to sink into the bed and pop back up. I will stand next to it, bring the sword up for the big two-handed swipe, and as soon as he begins to sit up, so I want to be towards the footboard.
Okay.
So he can't grab me, but as soon as he leans up, swing it for the head.
So you're kind of declaring an action.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm
So
holding my action for if he sits up, I swing for the head.
so aiming with melee is going to be a negative 10 to the roll,
Yes.
but it lets you do half your might roll towards your aim.
Right.
So if you roll, I'm sorry, not half. I think it's all the way up to your aim score. You can modify it
Right.
after you
And with my wooden sword being a medium weapon, it does an extra 20 base damage.
Yep. to your
and
roll. So
to my
your
roll.
plus 20.
So it's my might
Well,
plus,
it's your
it's my
dam-
fight plus 20 or it's
No,
my
no,
damage?
It's to the damage. So let's say you roll a 40 and you pass. It's plus 20, so it'd be a 60 damage to whatever hit location you hit.
And he takes a negative 10 to his defense modifier.
Yes, because it's a medium. Right. So it is his turn. He is going to sit up, which triggers your action. So that you might. I will give you superior position because you're postured over him on the bed. So it's overall going to be a plus 30.
Might or fight?
Sorry, fight. Fight plus 30. Unless you wanted to use a sigil, but it's right now, because its superior position is plus 40, but your aim, which is minus 10.
So my threshold is 60. I got it. I'm going to use the last sigil. 21.
So reverse is a 12, which is a torso shot.
But
you were
I can
aiming.
shift my
You
aim.
can, absolutely.
And I'm
you
going
can.
I can shift it to a 1 and hit his head.
Right. So it's a 12 plus 20 damage. So you do 32 damage, which is...
I believe a minor wound.
There's so many charts in this game.
Significant?
Yeah, it is a significant wound to the head. So you basically, the zombie goes to sit up. Because you basically primed that as your action and it was sitting itself up, let me roll just to see if it succeeds against the
Fights my...
It does not. It does not succeed.
And that's with a minus 10 as well.
Exactly. Well, that would be to the leg. It wouldn't really necessarily be to it sitting.
No, the -10 for its defense.
Oh, right. I was thinking from the move.
No.
So it definitely does not pass. And you chop down at it straight, and you catch it right straight across the bridge of the nose. And you see just the front of the face crumpling. Like, this is an old man, probably got osteoarthritis, whatever, neurosis. They don't drink enough milk in life. And the nose just crushes into the face. And you basically hit the nose. You're swinging so hard it catches the cheekbones. And you literally cave in the front of his face. I mean, it's still alive.
Right.
It's going to need some reconstructive surgery.
Right. So after because since it's a blunt thing and I've just swiped and like bashed it, can I use the rest to just like jump back?
On your turn. So you declare.
Oh, my turn is done.
Yeah, your turn is done.
And
you declare that
turn.
you're going to smash.
Okay.
Its turn, it went to sit up.
Right. Okay.
And then it was going to stand all the way up, but you, in your turn, basically smash it in the face.
Right.
And
So it
makes
kind of
its
like
reaction.
fell back down.
Pretty much. So the impact knocked it back down. It comes back to Jesse.
He's in prime position.
Yeah, I was say flip knife. Try to go for the head.
So it's going to be aim, but you get superior position. So it's going to be plus 30 to your roll.
Am I flanking?
And you are flanking, so it's plus 5. So it's plus 35.
So plus 35.
Because he rushed in to fight.
So,
Previously, he was back.
Right.
That's 70.
You still have 2 more sigils too. Oh, nice. I'm the one burning them.
That would be 95.
52. 52 reverse is a
25.
And
That's torso.
what is your fight?
My regular fight?
Yes.
35.
So you can adjust it up to the entire.
You can adjust it to the head.
Basically to make sure it's a headshot.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and do that.
And you rolled, what was it? Your roll?
What's up? 52.
52.
And you're using a knife?
Yeah.
Is that
So I'm going to consider that more of like a hatchet, like a medium weapon, since it's a big ass Rambo.
So that's plus 20.
So it's going to be your roll plus that much damage to the head.
So 45 to the head.
45 to the head.
That's
plus-
another significant
How much did you do total?
I did like,
32 then.
yeah, it was something like that.
52? Yeah. That's a Grievous.
So 52 plus 32?
Yeah.
How do you want to kill it? Is that, so basically 81 is a location destroyed. So your damage plus your damage, you get to look at the killing blow. So.
I'm assuming after he like fell back down, I'm assuming it's a springy bed. Bounced slightly back up, and that's when I just came down, kind of like a little angle, so it go like through the nose. And
So, I've seen this blade. So this happens, the zombie hits the bed, comes back up a little bit, and Jesse just drives it straight through the face, which has already been softened up, and he catches it right in the eyeball, and he just drives this thing straight through, and he doesn't feel any resistance going in. He feels a little bit as it hits the back of the skull.
I loosened him for you.
But he goes, I mean, with his momentum, wham, all the way, and he literally drives this blade all the way through the zombie's skull and down into the bed. And then at that point, we're going to end this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to see how our femme fatales handle the zombie.
Fatales?
Fatales.
It's fatal.
I'm not.
It's Leviosa.
I don't know. We'll see how fatal you are.
I don't want to call you pink team, so the femme fatales are going to handle the threat they're facing in their apartment. So until that time, stay alive.